Should be interesting as we've been scoring pretty well on it all week.
Yeah, and it's very new to competitive. I mean, it's new in general. It's only been around for a month or two at most. The community choice map for this season. I always appreciate the community kind of pushing towards new things. As much as, it would be nice to see Thinking with Portals again. But I'm happy to see Transilio here.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see new stuff. If the community map was always Thinking of Portals, I think it get a little stale after a while.
I I can kind of appreciate it from a god damn it, basically like Honey Bear's, sweet predictions every week. It's just one of those things that has to happen. Kind of annoys some people, but makes you feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it getting into TP rotation next season.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if the captains will use it.
Well, we tried for both seasons 6 and 7, and it was really close both seasons to getting in. But there was just enough hate from some of the other captains to stop it.
Yeah, it's a very polarizing map. People either tend to love it or hate it. So Transilio should be interesting as it's a pretty fast-paced map, and from my experience, usually pretty high scoring. Although that doesn't always have to be the case.
Yeah, it seems to be. I don't know if it's that it's new, but it's very easy to capitalize on mistakes as there aren't that many boosts across the map. You've only got a couple that you can choose from. I mean, that bomb takes a little while to set up, and if the flag carrier takes that boost through top gate, there's not a lot of room to catch up if you're coming back from a couple flacids.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also really, there's a couple really fast ways from base to base, which means if you're not in good position, you can be caught off guard, even if you do have two people on offensive defense, and the other losing team can still cap. I would expect next week the games will probably be lower scoring on Transilio than this week,
Yeah.
as teams get more used to the positioning.
Well, and just see what other teams do that ends up working.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that people are going to end up watching games that end up being, either blowouts or very intense games to see what each team is doing.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about having a new map is it really pushes teams to try and discover new strategies.
Yeah.
And adapt. So it looks like we're going to see some changes for both teams right now. Currently, the Bad News Balls have put in Break over CC, and the Boostin Dynamo have put in Risk over Deadnon.
Yeah, Break was doing pretty well in the few scrims that I saw. Demon potentially getting his first full 40 minutes of MLTP play. Possibly ever? Definitely for Bad News Balls.
Yeah.
I would say definitely ever in my
I'm trying to remember
history knowledge.
I was his MLTP captain the past 2 seasons, and I may have played him all 40 minutes a couple of weeks.
I think the conversation going on that we missed was deciding whether Honey would be going in because he's been playing well this week on Transilio.
Oh yes, I do recall hearing that Honey was kind of itching to play.
Yeah, it looks like he decided to bench himself in the end, though.
Classic Honey.
I think there was a straw poll.
Yes. The people.
In fact, the people. Let's see if the team that was being vocal about it can pull through.
Yeah, I mean, they lost that Tag Pro mid to start off the game, which kind of slowed their offense a little bit.
Oh, okay then with a nice block, but Spiller and Break still trying to contain. Oh, Risk beats him though.
Yeah. trying to come in for a cap. Spiller's there.
Blocks were almost there. And now we have it the other way. It's return for cap for Chris Ball. He's got a little bit of time. Okay, then now looking for the kiss. And we've got 2v1 block, and there's a cap.
Wow, that was a great play.
And that's the funny thing about this map is that, you know, it can quickly change momentum from one way to the other. Demon going back for the rolling bomb. He's going to use it.
Unable to keep it intact. What is... That was certainly an interesting boost.
Yeah.
That's almost one where I'd like to just let him hold for a little bit longer to get that tag pro out. And I'll telegraph that portal. I feel like either we don't understand the portals well enough yet, or they're not as useful as people think they are.
I think in the scrims this week I learned I think they're much more valuable than I thought. And a common thing is honestly, so say you take the bottom right base. If you sit behind that portal, it's impossible for them to get you 2-on-1 very easily, because to come get you, they touch the portal, and if they go around, you just go through.
Yeah.
Is one way. So it's almost kind of a stalling technique, especially kind of if you're like one OD guy, kind of trying to wait it out.
Right, right.
The other thing is just fake using the portals is a common thing I realized this week. They'll kind of cheat over, and then you just never use it.
Spiller with the assist for the opponents.
Yeah. Better report him for working against team real quick.
Demon once again heading back to the enemy base.
Spiller is being pressed to stay alive, but he'll sneak out through that gate.
Yeah, the gate on this map is designed rather well to actually be useful. You know, the risk reward on that gate, I think, is managed really well.
Yeah. Bad News Balls are going to have rolling re here, so let's see if Chris Ball decides to push it. Although he'll just get returned. This could be a cap. They just need the return on risk, but they're not going to get it.
Demon once again heading most of the way back. Oh, break with a beautiful blind snipe.
Yeah,
and
that's
Demon's going to cap.
Another cap for the Bad News Balls.
So maybe the success that Honey had on this map this week had nothing to do with him and more to do with his teammates.
Maybe.
Yeah, Demon just exclaimed, I finally capped in majors. I was spectating. I'm gonna
Had
go
he
back.
never capped before?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. Maybe he meant this season.
Yeah.
Alright. Bye now.
Later.
Yes, I believe this is tied for the biggest lead the Bad News Balls have had all season, although I may be wrong on that.
I want to say they've thrown away bigger leads.
Certainly possible.
I say that with love, but...
I don't know. I thought we threw away our lead on when we tied the first week.
Yeah, I wasn't there week one, so I'm not too familiar for how that game went.
Oh, another beautiful
snipe
blind snipe.
That situation reminds me of Iron so much. The offense pushing back from top and boosting into the sitting zone for the regrab.
Yeah, that little boost section is pretty Iron-esque, although it plays a bit differently.
Oh, double tag pro now.
Yeah, this is bad for the Bad News Balls.
They are all in base. Break just needs to nope the fuck out.
Yeah, he wisely stayed ahead there.
And they're on the board.
Yes.
Ooh, now they've got an opportunity for a second. Yep, they've just tied up.
Back up.
Couple tag pros, all it takes, I guess.
Transilio is also just so fast.
Great job to stutter there by Chris Ball to avoid the snipe.
Oh. Break.
This looks like a good opportunity to cap here.
Oh, they got the grab. Now there are suddenly 3 chasers, and Break gets the cap to put Bad News Balls back in the lead by 1.
Yeah.
Decaps. Break with 13 returns and a cap.
That's a great offensive grab by the duo there.
Yeah, Break was really killing it in scrims this week, so I'm glad he's getting some majors minutes on Transilio.
Ooh, he may have rushed that a little. Chris Ball didn't have time really to set up, and they're going to pay for it with another tie. Five people fighting for a rolling bomb, or 4 people. I think it was 5, and it doesn't actually get diffused.
Yeah. Although
of course, and they're now facing double tag pros again.
Yeah. Haven't quite gotten so lucky on the pups.
Oh. Risk can't squeeze that one last tag out of his tag pro.
Yeah.
The tag tank was empty.
Yeah, and talking about Risk, I believe it's some of his first majors minutes too, although I may be wrong on that.
He had a really great week last week in minors, which may have spurned him to get those a little bit extra trust in his captain.
Yeah.
It's also odd to get that sub to take Deadnon out for him.
We don't know what was happening with Deadnan. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it could have been that lag issue.
Because that game was a lot closer than it probably should have been. If Deadnan was, up to his normal play. It's another good opportunity.
Oh, he rushed it in there.
Honestly, I think that taking the bomb in was the wrong play there. He wasted so much time getting down to that bomb.
Yeah, I mean, even if he had just walked it in, he could have let the blocks have a little bit of time to develop. Because they definitely had them in a bad position there.
Chris Ball with a nice out. Oh,
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Rolling bomb, everyone dies.
Does Risk play with that on mic, or does he just do a combination of macros and talking?
Maybe.
Break with an interesting boost backwards there. Ooh. It's going to cost him. No, it won't.
Oh,
wow.
Spiller,
Fortunate
nice.
by Spiller. And they're
now
at 3.
Chris is past 3.
Oh, but he's got that juke juice in base. So they're grabbing out.
Break, hoping for a second cap here.
Demon was smart there. Risk was trying to bait him and step him, but he didn't fall for it.
So tied first half. Bad News Balls are no worse off than 10 minutes ago, which you can't always say.
Yes, this is actually turning out to be some exciting games this week, as opposed to some blowouts in the past couple weeks. Looks like both teams are keeping the same lineup so far, although there still could be changes. Although we are launching with the same lineup, so we'll see how the second game ends.
Bad News Ball's itching for that first win. Honestly, I feel like they have a better shot on this map than they did on Velocity, even with the 1-point lead going into the second half on Velocity.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of overperformed on Velocity the first half, while they kind of underperformed on Transilio the first half, just based off scrims.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting some ping and loss.
It's looking fine on my end.
It's network activity on my side.
Yeah.
But I've got some max headroom balls here. If you've ever heard of max headroom, it was an 80s thing.
No, it's a little before my time.
You're so old.
Yeah.
He appeared in the first Back to the Future. I think he might have originated in the first Back to the Future, and they decided to make him a thing. Great block from Break on that boost. Still just holding it, pissing Prism off. JJ with the solo return. Oh, Chris Ball, great
If he had that
boost there. Oh, this is dangerous though.
Break getting ahead well.
Good kiss.
Break juke in the juke juice. Boosting across. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can stay set here for 20.
Yeah, I always have this problem too. You know, defenders tend to be a little less aggressive on offense, and then suddenly your support offense player is a defender for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, fortunately, Demon's great on defense as well.
Yeah, let's see if he can get a grab out with this tag pro. He's gonna try for the lead again. That's gonna run out. Leaving them with no reason.
Yeah. And he gets buttoned. Chris Ball tries the solo grab, almost squeaks out.
Yeah, there are some times when you can solo grab in this map.
He rode that bomb for that one, which almost worked well.
Now Boostin Dynamo trying to get this flag in for a cap, although pups are coming up soon. They're gonna get destroyed on them as the flag crew get a rolling bomb, and 2 tag pros will be out for the Boostin Dynamo.
And that's gonna be a cap.
Yeah.
Boostin Dynamo up 1. 6.5 minutes left in the second game.
Yeah. I mean, they just lost pups there and couldn't compensate. Now Chris Ball has a good chance to cap here.
Yeah.
Okay, then getting trickier.
Oh, risk with the handoff. Oh, but he gets spiked off of a boost.
Ooh, that was a weird combination.
Chris Ball getting around the juke juice once, can't do it twice.
Yeah, and the flag is finally out of base for Boostin.
Demon with a kiss.
Wow.
Whoops. Okay, all three of Bad News Balls were buttoned between the two gates, and Spiller gets returned for a quick cap.
Yeah, it's just undisciplined play right there.
You know how they say when you're walking home at night in a neighborhood you don't know, you always have a buddy? If you're walking home in a neighborhood you know, you should not have a buddy. Always go different routes.
Yeah. It's going to be a third cap for Boostin Dynamo.
And stuff is just starting to fall apart here.
Yeah, in typical
Between
Bad
pup
News
battles.
Balls fashion.
Always coming in second.
Yeah.
And a competition out of 2.
Yeah, that's kind of the joke. Yeah. Oh, nice little boost from Spiller there.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's one of Bad News Balls' problems, is when they start losing badly.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I mean, I will say it's really hard to recover sometimes when you get down. I think a lot of teams have that problem. Ooh, Demon slowed down. He would have had that maybe. And that's going to be cap number 5.
Yeah, depending on how...
It's time to sub Honey Bear in.
Yeah. It's like
Here we
Demon has
go.
a cap here. Comeback
Okay,
begins,
Demon.
perhaps?
5 more. You can do it. You've got 3 minutes, so plenty of time.
Oh, that was a pretty dirty portal by JJ Poole, but he decided to just play it safe instead of going for the cap. Getting lucky there.
JJ Poole just getting all of his own returns. Can he actually get a cap off of them?
Looks like he's gonna have to wait a little while for that.
I have to say that I liked the aggression that Bad News Balls are doing on offense. They're not just sitting trying to get the return when their flag carrier's out, because they know they've just got a couple minutes and they've got to make stuff happen.
Yeah.
And it may ultimately cost them a couple caps, but it may also earn them a couple caps. And I totally didn't have my button. I said half of that.
This could be another cap.
And it is.
Comes in with a rolling.
This map appears to really favor rolling bombs and tag pros. Just in terms of how effective the pup is.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a kind of cramped base almost.
Like, I don't really see Juke Juice doing a whole lot here.
I mean, it can help if you get into the open areas, but once you're coming into base, it's not that helpful.
Here we go. No return, though. Oh, Break putting the moves on Prism. Oh, Chris Ball. With the old dead stop.
This could
Oh,
be
that's going to be another
seventh
cap. Yep.
Boostin
and possibly an
rolling up
eighth.
the score.
Oh, Demon trying to stall,
Yeah.
can't stall. And Bad News Balls at this point are just pubbing.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're going to pull off another cap here.
And this is going to be another cap for Boostin as well.
3, 2, 1.
Demon with the cap flag.
And
He's happy.
okay then with the cap flag as well. Prism doing a great job this game, getting 3 captures and 15 returns.
Jeez.
As well as 3
Someone
hits
draft
even.
that guy.
So those were some pretty disappointing games for the Bad News Balls. It looked like they have a chance coming out of the first half.
It looked like they had a chance both games, yeah. And they just BNB'd it.